until this stuff is supposed to kick in.
It's coming at you like a wave.
You took drugs from a free-slanted God, wait!
You want to know what runs all this? You go find it.
Woo. Who's next?
Netflix, Amazon Prime, Apple TV Plus, and HBO Max have just released some jaw-dropping sci-fi movies on their platform. So today I'll be covering the 10 best sci-fi movies in 2024, which you can watch at home right now. Rest assured, I have not included any well-known or frequently suggested films that you've probably already seen. I bet you haven't watched the latest sci-fi movie at the top of our list, starring Jeremy Allen White. Interestingly, the technological capabilities shown in this film are not far from being our very own reality. At number 10, Fast Color. When Ruth suffers from a near-fatal accident, she loses control over her superhuman abilities, which triggers earthquakes due to her occasional seizures. After several years of hiding, she returns home, but realizes that she is hunted by scientists who wish to study her powers. Her mother, Bo, can telekinetically disintegrate objects and reassemble them, and also see rare and vibrant wavelengths of light. Ruth's daughter, Lila, who stays with Bo, possesses the same telekinetic powers. Fast Color shows the journey of Ruth gaining what she lost after reuniting with her family and saving them from the scientists who wish to capture them and study their abilities. It's one of those rare superhero films that unfolds as a crazy visual spectacle. At number 9, The Endless.
You want to know what runs all this? You go find it.
Who's next?
Two brothers receive a cryptic video message from a member of the mysterious cult they escaped from nearly a decade ago and decide to go back in the hopes of finding some closure. What's intriguing in the beginning is that they seem to have completely opposite memories of the place, and when they return, they are welcomed by the members of the cult, who barely seem to have aged. The commune is situated near an unusual geological anomaly that has supernatural properties, and the brothers soon face bizarre instances of strange time loops and seem to be disoriented in a perplexing space-time puzzle. Watch to know how their brief return leads to their awakening in ways no one could have ever expected. Do not miss this unique and unsettling sci-fi thriller. At number 8, The Wave.
How long until this stuff is supposed to kick in?
It's coming at you like a wave.
You took drugs from a free-slanted God, wait! If we need to find the guy from the party, we need to find him right fucking now.
When an ordinary insurance lawyer is dosed with a mysterious hallucinogen that alters the perception of his existence, his life changes forever. The string of crazy consequences kicks off one night at a club, and the next day of his life seems like he's helplessly slipping through a crack in reality. Despite the chaos, there is a hidden order in the form of flickering symbols and recurring phrases that you will certainly enjoy. The Wave is an amazing blend of various trippy sequences with tons of fun, anxiety-inducing moments. Be prepared for a wild exploration of his psychedelic journey as he constantly leaps through time. At number 7, Bliss.
You're in my head of a place. I don't know if it's real, but it has a feeling, and the feeling's real.
Owen Wilson is stuck in a seemingly mundane and unhappy life when he meets a mysterious woman played by Salma Hayek, who introduces him to a secret world where they can manipulate reality. Through this drug-induced alternate dimension, their love story keeps you guessing which version is a simulation and which isn't. However obvious it may seem in the beginning, eventually, the baffling ride of Bliss is sure to make you question every single frame of this film. Their struggle to identify the boundaries between reality and fantasy is puzzling yet so satisfying. It's the most underrated sci-fi movie on Amazon Prime. At number 6, Tao.
What do you want from me?
I need you to complete the project.
And what if I say no?
Then your stay in my home will be brief and unpleasant.
When an AI program called Tao is designed to be a tech cage to collect and study the neural activities of its subjects, it meets its match in its latest subject, Julia, who is determined to find its vulnerabilities. In this game of survival, Julia's only hope is to get Tao to override its primary function and help her escape. It starts off as one of those movies where AI is the villain, but later takes an unexpected turn by exploring the beginning of a bond between Tao and Julia. Watch to find out if Julia manages to outsmart Tao. What's interesting is that there are references to several cult sci-fi movies throughout the film. At number 5, Archive.
All work, no play, huh? I really hope you're happy there.
But I'm missing you.
A genius roboticist, George Elmore, is wildly obsessed with creating a human-like AI based on his wife's personality. Theo James portrays the role of the grieving widower, whose latest prototype, J2, is armed with incomplete yet warm digital memories that provide an interesting divergence from the AI-driven environment of George's research facility. It exceptionally captures the lengths he goes to achieve his goal of being reunited with his dead wife. But more importantly, it depicts the serious repercussions of his obsession. It's a visually phenomenal movie with an intense climax that goes into completely unexpected territories. At number 4, Space Sweepers.
Nearly indistinguishable from a real human child, but is actually a dangerous weapon that could cause mass destruction.
Set in the year 2092, when the Earth is declared uninhabitable due to extreme pollution, humanity is barely holding on by surviving in space stations and asteroid cities. A mismatched crew of space sweepers who scour the space debris for their own reasons one day discover a childlike humanoid robot named Dorothy that could hold the key to the salvation of human beings. This band of unlikely characters is faced with a difficult decision to sell Dorothy to a terrorist organization for a hefty reward or to protect her in the hopes of redemption. It plays out like the Korean version of the epic Marvel movie Guardians of the Galaxy, but with a very surprising twist. At number 3, Mute.
I don't deserve you, Leo.
I love you so much, but you don't know me.
Leo, played by Alexander Skarsgård, desperately attempts to find his missing girlfriend, only to be caught in the middle of her dark past. He happens to be a mute bartender who dives into the depths of the futuristic city of Berlin and encounters all sorts of shady characters, including a pair of black market surgeons and some dangerous gangsters. I was so not ready for Paul Rudd's portrayal of Cactus Bill, which takes a downright terrifying turn. Overall, the movie presents a visually futuristic and dystopian backdrop, with a blend of detective work, highly advanced technology, and an intriguing love story. At number 2, See You Yesterday.
I am so sorry about all of this. If I could go back and fix it, I would.
Two Brooklyn teenagers, CJ and Sebastian, piece together their time-traveling backpacks and attempt to save CJ's brother from being wrongfully killed by a police officer. However, because of the butterfly effect, whenever time travel is involved, there are unexpected consequences that prevent them from altering the past. The complexities of messing with space-time are paired perfectly with the vibrant hip-hop and R&B soundtrack throughout the movie. Lastly, it was a treat to see the most famous time traveler of all time, Marty McFly, aka Michael J. Fox. Before giving you the number 1 gem, here are some honorable mentions.
Set the black box. An immersive virtual pathway to your memories. I like to begin with something I call the safe room. When you push the crown of the watch, you will be in your subconscious. Are you ready?
Ready to to come home, yeah?
Need backup.
You think you can just swallow us up? Rise up, my children!
So he has everything?
Even the memories you store deep in your subconscious. Do this with us and let life go on for your family. A clean swap.
No importa tanto si los robots sienten o no.
How can you keep a discovery so vital to our existence a secret?
You proved the existence of an afterlife.
It's a boy.
Give a little time for the child within you. Don't be afraid to be young and free. Run to the locks and throw away the keys and
All we wanted
run you.
was a home.
And finally, at number 1, Fingernails.
Have you guys taken the test?
Yeah, 3 years ago, we were positive. Felt like a weight had been lifted.
Founded this institute to take the risk out of love. No more uncertainty, no more wondering if you've chosen the right partner, no more divorce. We were the first to build the machines to conduct the test, to make the bond of love stronger.
In a world where people can take a partner compatibility test with a controversial new technology, it happens to unlock a roller coaster of emotions by exposing the deepest vulnerabilities and secrets of couples. Anna joins the Love Institute, where researchers and instructors guide couples through exercises aimed at strengthening their relationships, ultimately aiding them in successfully navigating the test. Being more than just a love story, Fingernails is a mind-bending exploration of what it means to truly connect with one another. But does this futuristic technology help people by revealing the honest truth about their love, or does it intend to manipulate human emotions instead? It's one of the most brain-teasing sci-fi movies I've seen. Jeremy Allen White never disappoints. If you're looking for something fresh, then look no further. Netflix has the best collection of movies across all genres. And we've put together a list of some of the most shocking movies out there that are surprisingly better than you'd expect. Go ahead and click on the screen to watch now. See you!